is my first best friend Riley I told you about, and we are going to do another story time video. This topic is about sneaking out / lying, so mine kind of sucks, but we'll just see how this goes. So you can go ahead and tell your first story.
So it was me, Jessica, and our guy friend. And our guy friend, I'm not gonna say his name though, whatever.
You can switch names. That's what
Jonathan.
Sure, Jonathan.
Okay, so we all go down to this party, whatever, it's downtown, so I get my brother to drop me off so I don't have to drive and like deal with parking and everything. So
that was nice.
Yeah, that's when he was a good brother. So he drops me off, so I went inside and I got there early, so like the party hadn't like started yet, but it was like getting there was like, you know, liquor everywhere, and yeah. And slowly but surely, you know, it got like more crowded and more crowded, whatever.
Turned up.
Huh? Yeah, turned up, yeah. And the girl that was actually throwing it, what did I say her name? Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica. She got really drunk. She was pretty drunk. So she was like passed out and like,
oh my god.
No, she was literally passed out, and me and my other friend, Jonathan, we were probably not on the best. We probably were a little bit intoxicated, I could say. Jessica is passed out in her room, whatever. And, you know, people have been coming in and out like all night, so there's a knock on the door. So I, you know, wanting to be super helpful, so I go open the door, and the first thing I fucking see is a bulletproof vest with police on the front. Oh my god. So
you open the door?
I open the door. I'm drunk as hell. So I open the door, and I just see it's a police officer, and I'm like, and there's like 10 of them. Like, ready to like invade this shit. Right.
It's like the SWAT team.
Yeah. So I open the door and I realize like, oh shit. And I just so casually turn around to just walk, and he goes, everybody on the fucking ground. And I'm like, oh my god. So I'm trying to be so casual and just walk back into the back room, and he was like, that means you too, brown hair. Damn it. So they get us all out. They get us all out like on the balcony. Everybody's shoving like weed up their pants, and you know, everybody's shoving like cans everywhere, like beer cans, because they obviously don't want them to see it. So some people are like jumping in the hot tub and like putting the lid down, so because the cops weren't like looking in the hot tub. Yeah, so some people were doing that. Some people climb to the like roof. Yeah.
I'm just picturing like monkeys going crazy.
People were like really trying to like escape it. I just took the L and just sat there like fuck, and I was like messaging Rudy like, you gotta be ready to come get me. Like this is getting.
Did you tell him what was going on?
Yeah, well I told him, I was like, the cops are here. I'm gonna need you to come get me. Like get ready. But my mom thought that I was just my mom thought I was just staying the night at my girlfriend's house. So I couldn't just show up at home.
The next day you're in jail.
Right. So they get us all like together, and they like are like escorting us out, like, and there was like an elevator room, so we all get in the elevator, and you know it goes down to the bottom floor, and it's just this little bitty ass room, and there's probably 30-40 people just crammed in this area, and they've got the breathalyzers out and they're ready.
Shoot.
So me and my guy friend were like, oh god. So we get in the very back of the line to kind of like buy time. So we're in the back of the line, I'm texting my brother, where are you at? Like, they're about to breathalyze us, and they were putting people like in the paddy wagon. Like, the paddy wagon was there. Like, if you blew anything, you were going. Like, they were taking you in. And so I knew I was gonna blow probably like a 3, which was like awful. So I'm calling Rudy and I'm begging him to come get us. And my guy friend that was there with me, he didn't drive either. He got dropped off, so neither of us have rides. So I told my brother on the phone, like, and I'm whispering because I don't want this cop to like hear me talking. So I'm like, listen, when you get here, say that I'm your sister, that we're like your brother and sister, you know? So just to kind of play it off as if my guy friend was his brother. So he gets there, and I see him through the window like talking to the cops. And I hear him like, yeah, those are my brother and sister in there. And the cop's like, oh really? He's like, yeah. And he's like, which one? And Rudy had never met my guy friend before, so I'm trying to be like, this one, so he doesn't like blow it. And he's like, well, there she is. And then he kind of like read my face, and I'm like, this one, like pointing without the cop, because the cop's looking at me too, like, you know, to just kind of see how we like play it off. So he got the hint. He was like, yeah, that's him too, whatever. So they actually let us go. But I couldn't go home because my mom thought I was spending the night at a girlfriend's house. So we had to sneak into my guy friend's house, and I slept on his floor. And then the next morning, I had to climb out the window to get out. And my brother came and picked me up and took me home. And my mom never knew anything. And I almost went to jail. Yeah, I was pretty scared.
Oh my gosh, that is freaking insane.
Yeah.
Wow. This makes me feel like I've lived in a rock my whole life. Well, mine is nothing nearly as exciting as that. Mine took place in 2nd grade.
Nice.
And of course, you know, parents always tell you to eat your vegetables, so they pack you your vegetables in your lunch. And our teachers went around and made sure that you ate your vegetables. And so I had a Ziploc full of vegetables, and I would like hide them up my shirt because I did not want to eat my vegetables, so I would just eat like my pudding cup and
Oh my God.
my Lunchable. And I would keep that up on my shirt until lunch was over, and I'd put it back in my lunchbox. So I would run home and put my vegetables in the trash can, but one day I actually got caught, and my mom was looking in the trash can because I was probably lying. She's like, did you eat your vegetables? And I'm like, I got spanked for that. So then I couldn't run home and put them in the trash can anymore. And so I would come home and I would take my bag of vegetables and hide them between the space of my bed and the wall.
What the hell is wrong with you? Eat your fucking vegetable. That is like doing the most.
I know. I was like on a mission. I was absolutely determined not to eat them. So that I didn't know that I had a heater in that little space. So about 2 years later, I decided to clean my room.
2 years?
And I'm like looking under my bed, and I'm like, what is that stuff like all over my wall?
Yikes, I don't like where this is going at all.
It was my vegetables that I went so intently out of the way to hide.
How many were there?
There were like bags. It was like every day after school.
So like how many days you think?
Probably, well, it depends on when I got caught. So, I mean, there were at least 10 bags.
And what they do, like melt under your wall?
It was just gush.
That is so gross. That's pretty
So that was not nearly as exciting as like going to jail.
I didn't go to jail.
I mean, almost going to jail.
I was on my way.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed those stories. Hopefully I can do some more videos with Rylee. Comment if you love her. Bye.